Hey, good morning, world. How y'all doing out there today? I'm Marcus L. Lewis, and I hope and pray that all is well. And I come before you to continue my life journey, my rag to riches story, just to share with someone wherein they may be inspired, motivated, or encouraged to see what the Lord has done for me and how He has brought me from Louisiana city, being Baton Rouge, from relatively nothing. Growing up with 6 or 7 individuals in a 3-bedroom house, 1 bathroom, and 1 or 2 nieces and nephews in the house as well. And but look at us now, because we stayed the course, continue to trust God, and I want to encourage you to do the same. That if God did it for me, He'll do the same thing for you. But in the midst of you trusting God and believing God for whatever it is that you believe in God to do and to manifest in your life, listen, go for the gusto. There's no satisfaction in being small-minded, dreaming little. Dream big. Dream big. Because after all, you believe in God for it anyway. So if you can believe God for something small, certainly you can believe God for something big. He's the same God. He's the one that's going to bless you because you have the faith to believe Him for something small, as well as He's going to bless you with the same faith wherein you're going to use to believe Him for something big. So dream big. If you're not going to dream big, then don't dream at all. Life has so much more for you than you to sort of keep yourself in this small little box. And more importantly, keeping God in this little bitty box. Create a thought in your mind. Find out what you're passionate about and focus on that. I mean, laser beam focused. We told you on yesterday to be persistent. You have to be persistent. And so as much as you're being persistent, you have to trust the process. We mentioned to you on yesterday that maybe a few episodes ago, to write down your vision, write down your goals, write down your dreams. And when you write them down, and then while you are believing them to be manifested, you still have to trust the process. Trust the process. And my wife, she makes this a phenomenal banana pudding. It's a recipe she got from her mom. It was written on the inside of a vanilla wafers cookie box. It takes vanilla wafers as part of the ingredients to make a banana pudding. So the ingredients were wrote down on the inside of the box. So when my mother passed away, my wife used those ingredients that were written down on the inside of the vanilla wafers cookie box in order to make the banana pudding. I don't like banana pudding. Well, I didn't. I would never eat banana pudding. But it wasn't until we were at church one particular Sunday, having like this family and friend day, and my wife had made a banana pudding. And everybody was tearing the banana pudding up. I'm like, hold on. I've been living with this woman all this time. I don't even know what the banana pudding tastes like. So finally, I tasted the banana pudding, and the only banana pudding I've been eating since has been my wife. Why do I tell you that? My wife had to trust the process. She had to trust the process wherein that the ingredients that were written on the inside of the box would be the exact ingredients that her mom used in order to make a delicious banana pudding. So trust the process. Even though my wife maybe didn't understand, why did it take this amount of sugar? Why did it take this amount of ingredients? Just trust the process. Because you're the one that's believing God to manifest the very thing that you're believing for in your life. So you have to believe so much so that as God navigates you to where you're ultimately trying to be, that he's not going to leave you alone. And so it was for me and my wife. We had to trust the process of God. We make the decision to downsize and to write down our goals and dreams where we believe in God to be in the next 2 years of our life. We had to trust the process. And guess what? We understood the assignment. We understood wherein and trusting God throughout the process that there were some things that we had to do. The goals that we had written down, we had to adhere to them. I mean, strictly adhere to them. Okay, we want to save X, Y, Z amount of money in 2 years. Guess what? We have to stick to it. There may be some things that you have to cut back on. Perhaps you can't eat out 2 and 3 times a week like you've been doing prior. You can't go shopping and spending money frivolously because you have a goal that you're trying to reach. And at the end of the day, once you have come to the time frame wherein you believe in the goal to be met, but if you haven't done all that you could have done and should have done, and it doesn't happen, guess what? You didn't trust the process. You didn't do all that you knew that you should have done and could have done, so that the very thing that you were believing to be manifested and materialized in your life to come to pass. You didn't do your part. God's always going to do his part. Always. God is always going to do his part. But we have a part to do as well. And that's to trust God every step of the way throughout the process. So when it's over, all over said and done, when your dream has been manifested and materialized, it won't be no secret. No, you won't even be surprised. Because why? You did everything that you should have done, that you knew to do, so that whatever you were believing God for was able to come to pass in your life. That's exactly what my wife and I did. We stuck to the goals and the visions that were written out. We trusted the process. We disciplined ourselves because we knew exactly where we wanted to be at the time we wanted to be there. And guess what? 2 years later, nearly to the date, maybe 2 years and 1 month later, nearly to the date, guess what? It materialized. It happened. The very thing that we were believing God for, it came to pass. And it all came from a thought, from a dream, from a vision. Because why? We believed God. We trusted the process of God. We understood the assignment that we had laid before us. And guess what? It's been manifested. And we're so elated. We're so grateful. And just to be able to share what the Lord has done in our lives, wherein that someone else would be encouraged, would be inspired, would be motivated, especially those who know me, know my life, know where I've come from. You can bear witness. You can testify to the facts. Yes, I know where the young man came from. I talked to one of my homeboys just maybe about a week ago, and he was sharing with me that another brother from the hood that we had grown up with, they were communicating, talking about the videos that they had saw. And so the brother told one of the other brothers who really didn't know our life story, he said, yeah, man, that brother came up rough. He was able to testify. He was able to bear witness how the way, I came up. My twin brothers and I, we were the youngest, the last of the Mohegans, if you will. We was the last ones, but others were a bit older than we were. But we experienced it for ourselves. And to see back and to look through the back doors of your life and see where God has brought us from. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal. And as we go forward in the videos, I'm going to show you, where God has brought us from and where we are now. And ultimately, I'm going to communicate unto you some of the goals and dreams and visions that we are continually believing God for. Because I want you to get it too. I want you to get everything that God has for you. If it sounds like that I'm passionate about, where I am in life and where I'm going in life, it's because I am. But I want you to be able to get all you can get on this side of the Jordan as well. It's right there for you. Go get it. You know what? Not want to be persistent, but trust the process. So, follow us. Follow the Rag to Riches page. Share the video. Like the video. Because somebody needs to be encouraged. Somebody needs to hear this message. Because they're perhaps right in a place wherein they feel like giving up, throwing in the towel. Because they're saying within themselves, well, God, it hasn't happened yet. Ask yourself, have you done all you can do? Trust the process. God bless you until we see you again.